What's up guys, welcome back to the workshop. Today I'm having a bit of a play day. I've recently been on site and every time I end up on site, everything's battery products now. And obviously with battery products they run out and you need chargers. So every time I've ended up on site recently, you've got an extension lead that you're working from, perhaps 4 sockets, and they're all full up with the different chargers you're using throughout the day. So my main one I've got is a Festool charger, so all my battery kit I try to buy in the Festool product, just keeps it simple. I've got loads of their batteries, so that's most of the kit. Everything they don't make, I use the DeWalt system. So I've got some flex volt and some 18 volt DeWalt tools, and that covers everything that Festool don't make a product in. Just to keep it simple. So I've got them 2 brands for my power tool batteries, but anything like the lasers, electrical pens and stuff, I've got AA, AAA batteries, and I use a recharger or rechargeable system for them as well. So I've got that charger kicking around, and then also your phone. So that's probably your most valuable bit of kit that you're going to be running your business through. So phone charger plugged in at some points during the day as well. So that's 4 or 5 different things plugged in that we're going to need to charge up, and it just gets a mess around wherever your extension lead is. Every time it just looks awful, wires dangling everywhere. So I'm going to contain it all into one box and hopefully make quite a smart little solution so that you can just plug the one box into a lead and everything's contained within it. So I'm going to be using a Systainer that I've already got, repurposed this one. It's got a DeWalt reciprocating saw in it at the minute. Don't really use it. I haven't used this for probably 12 months. So it's, instead of buying a new one, I'm going to repurpose it. I've got a bag of DeWalt tools that I don't use very often. So I've got the jigsaw that I don't use. It's sort of a bit of a backup, and a few other bits. So I'll pop this in the bag with them, and we'll repurpose the box into a charge station. So it's got a bit of foam in with it from one of their foam kits. I think I'll keep the lid. I might end up using the base, but keep the lid and make a hard base for it to mount everything to. So bought myself an extension lead to plug everything into. This is from Amazon. I'll pop a link in the description. I settled on this one because the dimensions were good to fit in the Systainer, and everything's individually switched. So I can plug the lead into the one extension lead or the power point, and I can switch everything on or off as I need it. It's also got USB charging. So to find a extension lead with 5 sockets, which I would need if I was going to use a 3-pin adapter for a phone charger, was pretty much impossible with surge protection and switches. So this was the best solution. It's got the USB power, which is also switched on there as well. So really a good bit of kit, really. It's ideal for what I wanted. So we're going to put that in. Just remembered I've got a Hilti charger as well, so this is going to be fun. So I've just cut a piece of board. If you're interested, it's 360mm by 260mm, and I've just chopped 45-degree mitre back. I think it's 22mm back on them corners, and there's a tiny little groove I've marked to go over this strengthening rib in the front of the box, and that just sits in place as a bit of a removable base for the bottom of the unit. Got the old nailer out today. This is the first one we bought. If you're looking at buying a pin gun, like an 18 gauge nailer, get one that just does pins, not one that does staples and pins. Reason being is they do both. You get this flat bar mark where the striker has to drive both the staple and a pin, and it leaves a really big dent in your piece of wood, whereas one that's just dedicated to nails leaves an indent the size of the head of the nail. everything all in one place, neatly put away, not going to take up any space, and I'm always going to have my charger with me on site. Now doing something like this isn't only good for you when you're working, it makes it more efficient and tidy where you're working. It's also a good thing, like little things like this, if a customer sees them, it looks good on your part, so it shows that you're looking to do a professional job and you take a care and a pride in what you're doing. So it's not only good for you, it's good to show everyone else that you're quite conscientious in your way you're working. So there we go, it's all finished neatly within a Systainer. I've got everything I need to charge all of my kit and my phones up on site. If we open the lid, take out the lead, we can plug that in. We've got individual switching on all the ports there, so we've got an LED indicator for each section, so we've got the USB section. Bit of chaff in there, bit of chaff. We can switch them as we need them, so they're all accessible to be switched. And then we can plug all the batteries in and charge them all at the same time. Even the big flex volt battery fits in there nicely. We've got some little rechargeable batteries that I need to charge up. They all fit in quite nicely. This charger actually includes a USB port on the end as well, so I've got 3 USB port capabilities. So my phone is a USB-C, I'll keep that lead in there with this. It might be just worthwhile having a standard USB micro or mini cable in there as well. So things like my head torch and that type of thing will power off of that. So I've literally got everything I need in this one box. Hope you've enjoyed this little setup, and I hope someone else can replicate it and take something from it.